By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. But when you try and try, the world is beyond the winning. Life can sometimes feel overwhelming, often leaving us grappling with feelings of stress and unease. And despite our attempts to adapt and find balance, it's not uncommon to find ourselves entrapped in a cycle of distress and dissatisfaction. This sense of suffering is an intrinsic part of our human journey. It shapes the way we think, influences our decisions, and sometimes even molds our identity. Fundamentally, this suffering is frequently rooted in our emotional attachment to certain outcomes or scenarios. But what if the secret to a more serene existence lies in accepting that we can't control everything instead of relentlessly seeking control? Here, Daoism, the ancient Chinese philosophical tradition, presents an alternative way to perceive this paradox of life. With its foundations in harmony, naturalness, and unpretentiousness, Daoism suggests a shift in focus, from obsessing over results to aligning with the natural rhythm of life. In this video, we'll explore the wisdom of Daoism and how its principles can offer us guidance in navigating life's ups and downs. Free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in the desire, you see only the manifestations. For centuries, Daoism has offered a unique perspective on the human condition, emphasizing the pursuit of harmony and balance in a world of constant change. One of the central tenets of Daoism is the understanding and management of desire. This concept explores the complex relationship between our desires and our mental well-being. Daoism teaches that excessive desire, or the longing for external possessions or achievements, can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction. This cycle begins with the belief that happiness lies in acquiring something outside of ourselves. We then engage in the pursuit of this object of desire, often overlooking the present moment and neglecting our inner peace. When we finally achieve our goal, the initial satisfaction quickly fades, replaced by a new set of desires and a sense of emptiness. This cycle of chasing and losing can be observed in everyday situations, like consumerism, for example, where we see ourselves in a pursuit of acquiring new possessions, yet this continuous cycle of acquiring fails to deliver lasting fulfillment. Similarly, career ambitions can become a source of dissatisfaction if fueled by a desire for power, prestige, or external validation. The relentless pursuit of these external goals can lead to stress, anxiety, and a disconnect from our true passions and values. Social pressures, too, can play a role in fueling unnecessary desires. The desire to conform to societal expectations or compete with others for status and recognition can create a sense of inadequacy and discontent. By contrast, Daoism advocates for cultivating an awareness of our desires and understanding their root causes, so we can begin to detach ourselves from them. This does not mean denying ourselves all pleasure or ambition. Instead, it encourages us to approach these aspects of life with an inner peace and focus on the journey, rather than solely the destination. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. At the heart of the Taoist teachings lies the concept of WOAY, often translated as effortless action. This principle promotes a state of being where we align our actions with the natural flow of the universe. By letting go of excessive striving and clinging to outcomes, we can experience a sense of calmness and ease in the face of life's ever-changing currents. Practicing WOAY can be a powerful antidote to the stress and anxiety, often caused by the modern world's obsession with achievement and control. When we constantly chase desires and struggle against perceived obstacles, we create internal tension and disharmony. WOAY teaches us to surrender to the natural flow of things, accepting reality without resistance and acting with a sense of effortless grace. Imagine being stuck in a traffic jam. The natural tendency might be to become frustrated and impatient. WOAY, however, suggests accepting the situation and allowing your actions to flow in response to it. This might involve listening to calming music, practicing mindfulness exercises, or simply observing the scenery with curiosity. While the traffic jam itself remains unchanged, your inner experience becomes one of peace and acceptance, significantly reducing the impact of the external situation on your well-being. WOAY can be applied to various aspects of life. When facing any challenging time in life, we can choose to approach it with calm focus and trust in our abilities, rather than pushing through with anxiety and pressure. Embracing WOAY, even in seemingly mundane moments, allows us to cultivate a deeper sense of inner harmony and navigate the complexities of life with greater ease and grace. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward, in whatever way they like. The concept of Ziran, often translated as naturalness or spontaneity, is a foundational concept. In Daoism, it embodies the essence of living in harmony with the Tao, the fundamental and ineffable order of the universe. It advocates for a life that flows naturally, without forced intervention or artificiality, allowing things to unfold in their own time and way. In our modern world, we often find ourselves distanced from this natural rhythm. Our lives are increasingly dominated by technology and a culture of instant gratification. We've grown accustomed to the idea that with enough effort and the right tools, whether they're smartphones, apps, or other modern conveniences, we can control almost every aspect of our lives. This mindset, while useful in some respects, often leads us to overlook the fundamental unpredictability and uncontrollable aspects of life. However, when we take a moment to step back and immerse ourselves in the natural world, we begin to reacquaint ourselves with the flow of life that Ziran talks about. Nature operates on its own terms and timetable. The sun rises and sets, the tides ebb and flow, and seasons change, all independently of human action or desire. These processes are not hurried or delayed by our needs and wants. They remind us that there is a natural order to things, a rhythm that exists outside of our human-made schedules and deadlines. This reconnection with nature can be a grounding experience. It helps us realize that while we may play a significant role in our world, we are still just a part of a much larger, intricate system. This realization can be both humbling and liberating. It humbles us by putting our place in the universe into perspective, and it liberates us by alleviating the pressure to control everything. Embracing the concept of Ziran doesn't mean abandoning our goals or not striving for improvement. Rather, it's about recognizing that not all outcomes are within our control. It's understanding that despite our best efforts, some things will always be governed by forces beyond our influence. It encourages us to focus our energies where they can be most effective and to find contentment in the journey, irrespective of the destination. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Among the profound teachings within Daoism comes the popular concept of Yin and Yang. These two opposing yet complementary forces represent the inherent duality that exists within all aspects of life. Yin, often associated with darkness, stillness, and receptivity, embodies the feminine aspect of the universe. Yang, on the other hand, is characterized by light, activity, and assertiveness, represents the masculine aspect. Daoism teaches that true harmony and balance lie not in suppressing one force in favor of the other, but in embracing the constant interplay between yin and yang. Just as day and night alternate, creating the rhythm of our lives, so too do these energies ebb and flow within us and around us. Recognizing and accepting this inherent duality is key to navigating the ups and downs of life with equanimity. Consider the concept of work-life balance. When work demands become overwhelming, our yang energy dominates, leading to stress and burnout. Conversely, neglecting professional responsibilities entirely can lead to stagnation and dissatisfaction, reflecting an imbalance towards yin energy. When we consciously seek balance between work and leisure, we can cultivate a sense of harmony and fulfillment in both realms. Similarly, emotions can be viewed through the lens of yin and yang. Uncontrolled outbursts of anger or sadness represent an excess of yang energy, while suppressing emotions entirely can lead to feelings of isolation and negativity, reflecting an imbalance towards yin. Learning to acknowledge and express emotions authentically, while also cultivating inner peace and acceptance, allows us to navigate the emotional spectrum more effectively. Engaging in activities that nourish both our active and introspective sides, such as practicing yoga or meditation, alongside pursuing physical exercise, can help us maintain a balanced flow of energy. Also, practicing mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions with detachment, recognizing the transient nature of both yin and yang, ultimately leading to a deeper acceptance of life's ever-changing ebb and flow.